guys, welcome in. It's your old Jersey Love Stuff, and because it's so windy, let's see what we got here. We're gonna walk this Green Acres Park. Let's see what it says. Okay, Green Acres Local Assistance Program. I had a message, and I was gonna do it while I was working, but I said no. I'll do it now. Now for 40 days, I'll be off of here. This is like a wild day or whatever. I'll be off here for Lent. And no, seeking God and all this. It looks like wheat or tumbleweeds. But what I wanted to tell you is, um, okay, let's start over. I have a message on God's provisions because, like back in the day when the Israelites were, when Moses was leading the Israelites out of Egypt, they went into the desert and they were grumbling, right? So God rained down manna from heaven. He rained down manna from heaven, and they didn't have to worry about food. Every single day they went out and they gathered just enough. They just got enough for one day. And God always provided that. He was faithful and just. But the people lost their focus on God's provision of what he had done. And so let me just get the verse out the Bible. Moses was leading them, and he actually gave them water out of a rock. Okay, so let me see. No, it's not. Give me a second. Let's see. Moses and the manna. Hey, how are you, Golden Egg King? Okay. So Exodus 16. I'm reading. I'm talking about how God rained down bread from heaven, and what I'm trying to say is, like, right now, people are losing their focus and just worried about the price of groceries. Now, you know who owns all the food? God owns all the food, right? And as we come together, churches will provide for you. Friends will provide for you. Do you think your friend is going to let you go hungry? No. Your boss, do you think if you let your boss know that you're hungry, that they will let you go hungry? No. But the thing is people are up in chaos. I totally get it. We cannot lose our focus. The main thing the enemy wants to do is get your focus off what God has done for you. So what you want to do is get a journal and write down everything God has done for you. So, how are you, Echo V? Hello, hello. Okay, so I'm going to read. I got my other phone. All right, so I'm going to read manna and quail. Okay, so this is in Exodus 16. The whole Israelite community set out from Elim and came to the desert of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after they had come out of Egypt. So they were fleeing Egypt. In the desert, the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The Israelites said to them, "If only we had died by the Lord's hand in Egypt." It's terrible, right? God rescued them, and he sent Moses to them, But now they're grumbling. There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted. So now they're recalling all the food they had, right? But you have brought us down to the desert to starve this entire assembly to death. So Moses is like, what are we going to do? Then the Lord said to Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. In this way I will test them and see whether they follow my instruction. On the 6th day they are to prepare what they bring in, and that is to be twice as much as they gather on other days. So Moses and Aaron said to all the Israelites, in the evening you will know that it was the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. And in the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, because he had heard your grumbling against him. Who are we that excuse me, who are we that you should grumble against us? Moses also said, you will know that it was the Lord when he gives you meat to eat in the evening and all the bread you want in the morning, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we? You are not grumbling against us, but against the Lord. So that could be us. God, if you look in your pantry, you will see something, okay? We may just take it for granted, but do not take your food for granted. Thank God. Every day he will provide for you. We might have to ask people. Look at this beautiful dog. We might have to ask people, but that's what community is about, right? Do you think that if I knew my neighbor was hungry and I have something in my pantry, do you think that I'm going to let them go hungry? No, I will give up half of what I have and they can sit with me and eat. No. And our family, nobody's going to let you go hungry if you let them know, okay? It's just not the way. That's not the way the world works, right? So we need to stop grumbling against God and be thankful for what we have, whether it's, and then we're rejecting carbs and stuff. Why? God gave us the grain to make bread. God gave us all the food on this planet. People overprocess the food, but if we have food in our house, we thank God and we take it with thanksgiving. All food is to be received with thanksgiving, because God, gives and he takes away, but he doesn't want us going hungry, While Aaron was speaking to the whole Israelite community, they looked toward the desert, and there was the glory of the Lord appearing in the cloud. The Lord said to Moses, I have heard the grumbling of the Israelites. Tell them at twilight you will eat meat. So that's night, I guess. And in the morning you will be filled with bread. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God. That evening, quail came and covered the camp. So that's the birds. They ate birds, like little chickens, How are you, Ryan? Nice to see you. So then evening, quail came and covered the camp. And in the morning, there was a layer of dew around the camp. When the dew was gone, thin flakes like frost on the ground appeared on the desert floor. When the Israelites saw it, they said to each other, what is it? For they did not know what it was. Moses said to them, it is the bread the Lord has given you to eat. This is what the Lord has commanded. Everyone is to gather as much as they need. Take an omer for each person you have in your tent. So I guess it was like a loaf of something. Hey, Christina, how are you? Yes, I'm reading from the Israelites, from Exodus. Then Moses said to him, no one is to keep any of it until morning. So he's saying that you're only supposed to take what you need for that night, and that anything else, no one is to keep any of it until morning, because they're supposed to rely on God. Look how beautiful this is, right? However, some of them paid no attention to Moses. They kept part of it until morning, but it was full of maggots and began to smell. So Moses was angry with them. They didn't listen. They were, being disobedient. Each morning, everyone gathered as much as they needed, and when the sun grew hot, it melted away. On the sixth day, they gathered twice as much, 2 omers for each person. And the leaders of the community came and reported this to Moses. He said to them, this is what the Lord commanded. Tomorrow is to be the day of Sabbath rest, a holy Sabbath to the Lord. So bake what you want to bake and boil what you want to boil. Save whatever is left and keep it until morning. So on Saturday, they were able to keep 2 days, right? Because the Sabbath, they weren't supposed to work. Nevertheless, some of the people went out on the 7th day to gather it, but they found none. Then the Lord said to Moses, how long will you refuse to keep my commands and my instructions? Bear in mind that the Lord has given you the Sabbath. That is why on the 6th day he gives you bread for 2 days. Everyone is to stay where they are on the 7th day. No one is to go out. This is what he was saying to the Israelites. So the people rested on the 7th day. The people of Israel called the bread manna. It was like white coriander. It was white like coriander seed and tasted like wafers made with honey. Moses said, this is what the Lord has commanded. Take an omer of manna and keep it for the generations to come, so they can see the bread I give you to eat in the wilderness when I brought you out of Egypt. So Moses said to Aaron, take a jar and put an omer of manna in it, then place it before the Lord to be kept for generations to come. And I guess that's the Ark of the Covenant. Hey, Tia, how are you? KK, hi. How are you guys, girls? So I guess they went into the Ark of the Covenant, right? And it's still there, but you can't touch the Ark. You can't see it and you can't touch it. As the Lord commanded Moses, Aaron put the manna with the tablets of the covenant law so that it might be preserved. The Israelites ate manna for 40 years until they came to a land that was settled. They ate manna until they reached the border of Canaan. An omer is 1/10 of an ephah. I have, that is possibly about 3 pounds or about 1.4 kilograms. I have no idea how much that weighs, guys. I'm going to be honest. But what I'm trying to say, look how beautiful this park is. What I'm trying to say is God provides for us. We do not have to worry. You know, thank you, Tia, so much. God provides for us. And if we look in our pantries, you will find, can you recall a day that you didn't have food in your house? Or a day that you went starving because you didn't eat something? Maybe we go a little hungry sometimes. Okay, yes, there's been times in my life. It's okay. But God sees you. He says, don't worry about your life, what you'll eat, what you'll wear, because life is more than food, you know, and people love one another. That's what I wanted to talk about. So always say thanks to God for what he has done. Most people don't have lobster tail, let's be honest. Okay, if you have some rice, like I said, and something in your house, thank God. Because he's the one that provides us, whether somebody gives it to us or he gives us the ability to work, right? Or the food pantry. But don't grumble against what you receive. Always receive it with thanks, you know? So that's what I'm going to say. This is going to be my last message before the 40 days. Tomorrow I'll be off of here. And I know it's going to be challenging because for the last 3.5 years, I've been working on my channel, right, guys? A little over 3 years. And, but you know, just been really like a journey and, journey mirror. Look how beautiful this is. This almost looks like some kind of plant. It is some kind of plant. I won't go in the woods over here by myself. They have like a trail, but I'm not going by myself. It is nice though over here. If I have my dog, I'd go. The park closed at 6:30, but I think the sun's gonna set before then. Let's see. It's so pretty where the sun hits. It is so beautiful out today. I'm just looking forward to spring. What the enemy wants to do is get your focus off of everything that God has done for you. And it's very easy to complain, right? But we can praise too. We could find something to praise God about, even if you didn't have a good night's sleep, but you wake up in the morning, praise God for that. We have good days and we have bad days. But when we wake up, we thank God. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, it looks like a car or something up there. I'm looking forward to spending time with my family. You know, sometimes I do spend time with them, but I have to get a couple things in order, you know. I kind of need to balance myself out, you know. Hey, Bud Files. I didn't even see them. Hello. It looks so pretty where the sun is shining. Pretty over there. Wonder if we'll see deer over here. It's really pretty. I'm gonna walk through here. Let's go in here. Hopefully nothing bites me. I'm so ridiculous. Oh, it's kind of spiky a little bit. It's pretty. Let's see what's over here. These trees. That's pretty cool. I feel like a grasshopper, so small, walking through this field. See a bird's nest. Let's see if I can find birds. Soon it will be spring. Oh, there's actually a trail over here. I think this is a horse trail because they ride horses over here. Oh, there's a hole there. Watch out. Sorry if it's bouncy. I love that color. And I guess that's wheat there. Those things. Is that wheat, Christina? Let me see. Maybe hay. I don't know if this is wheat. Wheat looks a little bit different. I'm not sure what that is. It's pretty though. I love that color. It's golden. That's you know, I didn't think it. I thought maybe it was. Thank you. What are they? Maybe it's hay for the horses. It's pretty, whatever it is. The color. It's my big shadow. You're never alone. Thank you for coming with me, guys. I am not going into the woods though. I will take somebody with me. I'm not having no coyote jump out on me or something. It's like somebody delivered some wood. Maybe it's for a bike. We had bird flu in here. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but people can't, I guess you could get it, but it's more the animals that are passing it around. But they had to, so many people lost chickens. That's why the price of eggs is like ridiculous, because of bird flu. I think they had a cat get bird flu though. Some kind of plant. Yeah, this is definitely the horse trail, but I like it better. There's more stuff to see. Christina, what's your favorite flower? Oh, road tulips. I'm trying to see. Looks like tulips, right? Oh, they're kind. You know what? I seen a little bud yesterday, and I was like, I should put it on the picture, like a little teeny yellow one popping up. How about you? Did you see any? They come up so early. Sorry if I'm bouncy. I'm not trying to be bouncy. You know what I noticed with the price of food? The junk food now is a lot more expensive than the healthy stuff, which is a good thing, because then people, not like you don't want to have junk food, but you know, if a bag of apples, same price as a bag of Doritos, actually less. So it's actually making people make healthier choices, you know. The chips are so expensive now. But I guess it's supply and demand, right? It's ridiculous. Eggs are outrageous. Somebody had a picture of like a Valentine asking them to marry them or something with the egg. Oh, it's so expensive, right? I try not to waste food though. You cannot waste food now. I never wasted food, but now I'm a lot more careful. But I'm still throwing out stuff, you know, and I get a bit upset with myself because it's a waste, you know. And then how can you complain if you're throwing food out? I didn't know sunflowers are second. Oh, I see what you're saying. Tulip and then sunflowers. They are beautiful. I went to we have Sunflower Fest. I don't know, you probably have it down there too. But it was so pretty. They have all different kind of sunflowers. Hello. They have all different kind of sunflowers. There's little ones and big ones. Got like a nice area where you can have picnics. This is what I'm going to be doing more because it's free and it's so peaceful. Then I can take you guys along too. Get out in nature. Meadow habitat. I have to run to the bathroom, guys. I'm going to put you down. I think I'm going to sign off here, but I want to wish everybody a wonderful day. And I hope to see you back again. I'll be back on here after 40 days. All right, God bless you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you so much.